जो लोग अभी इंडियलिंक रेडियो के सोशल हैंडल्स पर मुझे देख रहे हैं एंड मेरे साथ में है आज एक चिट चैट के लिए पराग छाबड़ा। गुड लक जेरी, वाह जिंदगी, टर्टल, एन एक्शन हीरो, रिसेंट में बात करें तो इतनी सारी फिल्में एंड इतनी सारी सक्सेस एट सच ए यंग एज। बहुत सारी बातें पराग के साथ आज मैं करने वाली हूँ, जिनकी जर्नी इंदौर से शुरू हुई, देन चेन्नई, देन मुंबई, और अब जब पराग इंदौर में मौजूद है, मैंने कहा लेट्स कैच अप फॉर अ कॉफी एंड चिट चैट। पराग, अ वेरी वार्म
Hello.
वेलकम ऑन
Hi,
इंटरलिंक
Ekta, how are
रेडियो।
you? How are you?
मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ पराग, हाउ आर यू एंड हाउ इज योर म्यूजिकल जर्नी गोइंग ऑन?
I am absolutely great at the moment. मेरा musical journey is on a break right now.
ओके ओके।
I've just finished this film and अभी मैं वापस आ गया हूँ. I've come back to my hometown for like a 2-3 week break. तो अभी तो full break space चल रहा है. I'm just chilling.
कितनी मेहनत आपने की है। तो मुझे मेरा ना सबसे पहले सवाल व्हाट कम्स टू माय माइंड इज, लोग कहते हैं कि ये जो म्यूजिकल फील्ड है, व्हेन यू गो इन बॉलीवुड, जब आप जाते हैं एज अ सिंगर, एज अ कंपोजर, या फिर किसी और एज अ इन अ क्रिएटिव सेक्टर, चप्पलें घिस जाती हैं, बहुत मेहनत है। हाउ ट्रू इज दैट?
आई थिंक एकता मेहनत तो बहुत ज्यादा है ही. 100% इट्स गिवन कि मुझे लगता है हर प्रोफेशन में है फॉर दैट मैटर. आज की डेट में इतना कंपटीशन है इन एवरी डिसिप्लिन.
या
बट व्हाट हैपेंस इन अ क्रिएटिव फील्ड लाइक म्यूजिक इज द इंडस्ट्री इज वेरी अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड, राइट, इन अ गुड वे.
या
लाइक it मतलब we don't have placements like this because art is a informal thing, right?
या या
Art cannot be formalized much.
या
So because of the fact that it's informal and it's unstructured, तो struggle uh, थोड़ा सा बढ़ जाता है in comparison to other disciplines and other fields that we are in.
या
और मेहनत तो है, पर I think मेरे को ये भी लगता है कि when you're so passionate, which majority of the people are, when people are passionate about something, तो madness में पता नहीं चलता है हम कितनी मेहनत कर रहे होते हैं. Time
या
just flows by.
या
Right.
या आपका ये जो जो सफर है इंदौर से शुरू हुआ, बहुत लोग हैं जो सीधे मेट्रो से शुरू करते हैं, दे हैव समवन फ्रॉम द म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री, कुछ ना कुछ होता है, बट यू हैड नो वन, कोई बैकिंग सपोर्ट नहीं रहा, कभी भी कोई फैमिली में नहीं रहा। हाउ डिफिकल्ट वाज इट गेटिंग हियर वेयर यू आर नाउ?
आई थिंक फैमिली में कोई इंडस्ट्री से तो दूर दूर तक कोई देयर इज नो रिलेशन लाइक म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री और फिल्म इंडस्ट्री से.
या
घर में म्यूजिकल म्यूजिकल माहौल बहुत ज्यादा है रहा है बचपन से, तो दैट एब्सोल्युटली हेल्प्ड ऑफ कोर्स. एंड माय पेरेंट्स पुश्ड मी इनटू इट बचपन से ही. आप भी जानते हो.
या
यू कम
या
फ्रॉम इंदौर. So
या
my parents have been supportive of me being into music and getting into like kind of making a mark in this industry. But then uh, उसके बाद of course जब आपका if you come from a bigger city where the exposure is more,
या
तो काफी challenges कम हो जाते हैं because as you already know a lot of things uh, about music, about the industry, about how things work here. तो वो जो एक स्ट्रगल, आई थिंक वो ही स्ट्रगल सबसे ज्यादा है कि टू नो हाउ द सिटी वर्क्स, टू नो हाउ द इंडस्ट्री वर्क्स, उसमें काफी टाइम निकल जाता
या
है. एंड बट आई थिंक आई बीन फॉर्चुनेट इनफ दैट आई हैव एक के बाद एक मेरा लर्निंग खत्म नहीं हुआ. लाइक
या
व्हेन आई वाज इन इंदौर आई वाज लर्निंग हिंदुस्तानी क्लासिकल एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट स्टफ. देन आई हैड माय गुरुज देयर इन इंदौर. देन आई गॉट रहमान साहब इवेंचुअली. सो एक के बाद एक, आई थिंक बाय गॉड्स ग्रेस कोई ना कोई, there have been opportunities and there have been I've been surrounded by right kind of people, I feel.
टॉकिंग अबाउट AR रहमान, द लेजेंड, what have you learned from him? इतने समय आप उनके साथ, आपने सीखा है, काम किया है, what is the
हाँ.
biggest learning from him?
I think रहमान साहब के साथ तो it's been a blessing. It's an understatement that it has been a blessing, but also the fact कि ना I was a huge fanboy. I still am, but I was borderline obsessed by him when I was growing up in my
Yeah,
teens. I remember जब मैं 17-18 साल का था, I was borderline obsessed by his music and till date. तो
yeah,
मेरे लिए तो वो था कि in context to रहमान साहब, मेरे लिए तो ये था I never wanted to work with him because I felt मैं काम थोड़ी कर सकता हूँ यार उनके साथ. मतलब काम, इट्स जस्ट इम्पॉसिबल, राइट? सो आई जस्ट वांटेड
yeah,
टू सी हिम वंस इन माय
yeah.
लाइफ.
Mm-hmm.
From there, getting on to a stage where I worked with him so closely for so many years,
Yeah,
there have been
yeah,
extreme amount of learnings, too many learnings, of
yeah.
course. बहुत सारी musical learning, which is जो मतलब ऐसे बता नहीं सकते कि उनको सिर्फ just to be around him, just to be surrounded by him, just to see him
Yeah.
do what he does, just to see him in his space and his phase, and him playing his piano and him programming something that teaches you something which no formal education can teach you for even 10 years, 15 years, just those 15 minutes at looking at him doing what he does. So that's the most magical part about my association with him, कि वो 10 मिनट सिर्फ उनको देखना what he does with his keyboard. I think that's a learning for a lifetime. Also, just not musical learning, just even the person that he is, the way he approaches life, insane amount of life lessons. Just casually, he'll just put out some great wisdom, and then
Yeah.
you keep thinking about it. Then after 3-4 years, you realize कि अच्छा उनने ये बोला था. Now this makes sense after 4 years in my career.
Yeah.
It's too much to take sometimes. Yeah.
बट पराग, आपका जैसे गुड लक जेरी में अमेजिंग सॉन्ग्स या एन एक्शन हीरो की थीम म्यूजिक आपने कंपोज किया है, एंड पूरे म्यूजिक की जब बात करें, आई नो दैट यू आर वेरी गुड सिंगर ऑल्सो. इंटरनेशनल फिल्म ब्लाइंडेड बाय द लाइट में बहुत ही खूबसूरत आपने गाया है. सो
You're a very good singer as well, Ekta.
ओ थैंक यू. अभी मैं गाऊंगी तो सब लोग भाग जाएंगे इसीलिए.
I've
So,
heard you. I've heard you.
thank you for that. Parag, मुझे ये बताओ, you are more, you see yourself more as a singer or a composer? Because once you start singing, लोग चाहते हैं कि आप ज्यादा गाएं.
So I started off as a vocalist. मेरे बचपन से I was a singer till my growing up years, till I was 16, 17, I remember. But then as I was maturing, around 17, 18 years of age, Rahman sir's album got released, Rang De Basanti.
Yeah.
And that kind of changed everything for me. Because उस time आप emotionally बहुत mature हो रहे होते हो. मतलब slowly you're maturing, so you start understanding the depth and intricacies of rich music.
Yeah.
तो वहां से मेरा पूरा mental shift हो गया towards the idea of making music rather than just singing. The whole थोड़ा सा एक idea of looking at music more wholesome तरीके से देखने को music को.
Yeah.
The idea of creating it basically.
Yeah.
तो वहां से my shift happened towards composer, and I any day I prefer being a composer and creating music. And बीच में बहुत साल है where I really took a back step as a vocalist. I used to just sing my stuff. I used to sing for Rahman sir, of course, whenever he wanted me to sing.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I never kind of looked out for opportunities as a singer in the film industry.
Okay.
I had my songs. मैं अपने गानों में कुछ हल्का फुल्का I do some backing vocals here and there. इधर उधर आवाज निकालना है कुछ. I think I'm feeling, because times are changing. It's a high time for even it's really good times for independent musicians and etc.
Yeah.
So I feel I'll start singing again now. I feel I can sing my own stuff a little more. So, yeah.
That is what was going to be my next question, Parag. Independent music पे आपका क्या कहना है? इतने सारे opportunities खोली है independent music ने. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's amazing. These are beautiful being an artist in this country, because market platforms खुल चुके हैं. It's an open ground now. Like anybody can prove a point. You don't have to wait for people to put in money. You don't have to wait for people to give yourself a chance or something. It's right in front of you. 1 minute, 2 minute, 2.5 minutes. If it clicks, right?
Yeah.
So it's an open market, and that's the most democratic way of going about things. I feel independent music. But of course, I think we are in a transition still. I haven't entered the whole independent scene at the moment, which I'll do now.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just very busy with these 2-3 films in the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So I have to start doing that myself now. I think we are in a transition where we are still understanding what will work, what will not work. Eventually we'll come to a place where only good music will survive, where only rich and I think that time will come in independent music, I feel, somewhere.
Yeah, so true. Since you are a young composer, few years ago आप industry में आए हैं, इतने सारे amazing गाने. Now you're almost there. You're composing. So what are your thoughts on remixes? आजकल खूब हर गाने का almost remix बन रहा है. Unplugged versions हैं, different versions हैं जो पहले नहीं होते थे. What are your thoughts?
I think remakes is not a problem, Ekta. I feel any sort. I don't think music में कुछ भी problem हो सकती है. किसी भी
Mm-hmm.
type का music करो. The only problem is of that a balance.
Ah,
Is that of a balance? कि what is prioritized more is a
yeah,
problem.
yeah,
So abhi at the moment the good part is that all kinds of music are being made in film domain and in independent domain. But the problem is कि the balance is a little off.
mm-hmm.
Like remakes को थोड़ा prioritize ज्यादा किया जाता है in the market,
Yeah,
so that because it's easier to capture audiences, right? Because audiences पहले से सुना रहता है वो tune, it's already a hit tune,
yeah,
and when you recreate, so people don't require time to catch on to the beauty of the tune
yeah,
because they all, that way it's profitable, of course, for the market, for people who are investing money. It's a profitable thing to do.
yeah.
But somewhere because of that, originality थोड़ी सी suffer कर रही है at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not it's the balance is not correct, I feel.
Yeah, yeah,
Everything should I feel everything should be there, even remix should be there, but original music should be dominant, is the
yeah.
point, to take the idea of music forward, to take the art culture, the country, everything forward. I feel originality has to be there, otherwise if remakes ही बनते जाएंगे तो नया चीज for new generations, where will it come from? And it needs to be original music needs to be marketed well, it needs to reach out to the right amount of people. That's very important, I feel.
या पराग, यहाँ ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जहाँ पर मैं फिलहाल हूँ, बहुत सारे अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड इनफैक्ट अब हिंदी म्यूजिक, बॉलीवुड म्यूजिक कह लें, इंडिपेंडेंट हिंदी म्यूजिक बहुत, इट्स ऑन अ बूम एवरीवेयर. हिंदी सुनने वाले
Yeah.
लोग हैं और बहुत बहुत एंजॉय करते हैं. बीट क्लासिकल, फास्ट नंबर्स, रॉक, जैज, जिस तरह का भी बन रहा है, बहुत अच्छे से एंजॉय करके सुनते हैं. एंड दे वांट टू नो मोर अबाउट द सॉन्ग्स. भाई किसने लिखा है या किसने कंपोज किया, लेट्स फाइंड आउट. सो मुझे ये बताओ कि जब ये इस तरह का म्यूजिक बनाने का जो पूरा प्रोसेस होता है फॉर अ ले मैन, जो अभी वो बच्चे या जो नए कंपोजर्स जो भी बन रहे हैं, उनके लिए बताओ ये गाना
हाँ.
बनता कितने दिन में है? क्या स्टेप्स होते हैं गाने बनने के?
कितने दिन में इज नॉट द क्वेश्चन, राइट क्वेश्चन फॉर मी, क्योंकि मैं बहुत टाइम ले लेता हूँ. I'm not good
ओके.
with time, but then हाँ, मतलब in general मैं ना actually आपके थ्रू भी अच्छा, it's a good question. Also I was wanting to start like an Instagram series or something, just to explain normal people on the street how a, how a piece of song is made or a piece of music is made.
या,
So we start with basics of there's composition. There's a music composer
या.
who actually composes the tune. Now, what is a tune? Sometimes I feel just कि जो एक नॉर्मल इंसान गाता है,
हम्म.
वो जो राग होती है, जो ट्यून होती है, उसको that is something that a composer comes up with. And then there's a lyricist which comes on board. Majority आज के times में होता है कि lyricist takes that tune and writes words on over that tune, and then
ओ,
it starts like that, and then it becomes a collaborative process.
ओके.
थोड़े टाइम बाद फिर lyricist can take over and the composer can follow the words. It can absolutely start other way around as well, कि lyricist ने already कुछ लिखा हुआ है, and
या,
then जैसे गुड लक जेरी में मेरा एक गाना था झंडबा करके, लाइफ
धन्यवाद.
है
या,
पूरा. So Jhandba is one piece of music where Rajshekhar ji, who is the most amazing lyricist I've worked with, he had written that piece of thing already, and then I composed that piece of lyric that he has written.
या.
Then there's a lyricist, and then once we have the tune and the lyrics logged and married to each other, then the process of recording and production of the song starts. तो हम सिंगर को बुलाते हैं, we record that whatever the tune, and then we start producing that song with the help of
ओ,
music programmers and engineers. We design the sound, and then धीरे धीरे then there's a different stage of mixing and mastering. So I think it takes a little bit of time, but
या.
depending, कुछ गाने 5 दिन 6 दिन में बन जाते हैं, कुछ गाने 2 महीना 2.5 महीना भी चलते रहते हैं.
ओके.
I think it's a journey. Every song has a different journey, I feel. Yeah,
राइट,
but
क्योंकि
जो चीज थोड़ी जल्दी बन जाती है वो जनरली अच्छी होती है.
ओ
When we
लाइक दैट.
spend yeah, when we spend too much time on it, intellectualizing it, then I think somewhere the soul goes off, right?
या, बिकॉज
Yeah.
मोस्ट पीपल थिंक कि एक गाना बना हुआ है, अब उसके ऊपर ट्यून पे काम हो रहा है, बट देन ऑब्वियसली एज यू सेड इट कैन बी अदर वे अराउंड एज वेल.
हाँ हाँ, मतलब आज की डेट में मेजोरिटी जनरली ट्यून्स पहले होती हैं.
अच्छा.
लाइक द सीड ऑफ द सॉन्ग इज जनरली द ट्यून, एंड देन द लिरिसिस्ट काइंड ऑफ टेक्स इट फॉरवर्ड.
Oh,
कुछ केसेस में लिरिक्स पहले होते हैं, एंड देन वी राइट द ट्यून बेसिकली.
लवली। आनंद एल राय इतने अमेजिंग फिल्म मेकर हैं, उनके साथ कोलैबोरेशन के बताइए। दिस इज नॉट योर न्यू कोलैबोरेशन, आप पहले भी उनके साथ काम कर चुके हैं। सो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ बॉन्ड यू शेयर विथ हिम?
Anand sir has been a blessing to me, honestly. He's a gem of a person, amazing producer, one of the best producers I've worked with. And Mera, I met him through Rajji only, Raj Shekharji,
या,
who kind of heard my music before, and he was already on board on Good Luck Jerry, Raj
राइट।
Shekharji. Then he liked my music and he kind of introduced me to the director and Anand sir at that point of time. और फिर वहां से यार it has been a very smooth and a very comforting journey. मतलब ना the kind of trust that he puts in the composer and the lyricist, the music team, along with whatever he wants to say, whatever he wants to convey, that he'll put out. We have his brief, we know what he's looking for eventually, but there's extreme amount of freedom I feel, and there's you can put out your expression really freely, basically with him, and it's a rarity in when it comes to producers generally, because he's a director
या,
first, I feel.
या, या,
So he understands the creative side of it so well, and he has a great knack for melody. Like if you play him two or three things, and he'll the kind of thing he'll choose or he'll comment on is the most melodious one. He has a very good ear for good melodies and good writing, basically.
लवली, गुड फॉर
Yeah.
कंपोजर्स।
Good for composers, yeah, absolutely.
या, ऑल्सो पराग, ये बताओ कि जैसे आपकी ये थ्रू आउट जर्नी रही है, इसमें जितने भी कंटेम्प्रेरी से आप मिले हैं, सीनियर सिंगर्स, राइटर्स, किसके साथ सबसे ज्यादा आपको ऐसा लगा कि देयर इज अ बॉन्ड यू शेयर, या जिनके साथ आप दोबारा काम करना चाहेंगे, या कोई ऐसे जिनके साथ अभी तक आपने यू हैव नेवर थॉट, बट आप हाँ फ्यूचर में आप उनके साथ कोलैबोरेट करके कुछ मजेदार कंपोज करना चाहेंगे? एनीवन ऑन योर माइंड?
One of the greatest qualities of this singer, I should put out Jubin Nautiyal. I worked with him on
लवली।
a song called as Paracetamol.
या,
And he himself is a very big singer, right, in India at
या,
the moment.
यस,
But there's so much to learn from him, yeah. Not just as a singer, there's also as the kind of professionalism he has,
या,
the kind of idea of trying to learn from uh, people around.
या,
Uh, Getting the tune right, getting the lyric right, when doing his best till the point the composer is happy,
या,
till the point he is happy himself. You don't find those qualities in every singer here.
या,
Uh, those qualities are rare, I feel. So I think Jubin for sure
या,
uh, was a great experience. And apart from Jubin, I have worked with generally with my friends who are great singers here, established singers, but all of them are really, like really good friends. Vivek Hariharan, he sang Ghere
या,
from Action Hero,
या,
and there's Romy who sang Jogan. All Nakash Aziz, he's a very dear friend. He sang one of the songs in Good Luck Jerry, Cutie Cutie.
या,
He has been a great support. Yeah. So, but then of course, I think one singer that of course all I'm assuming all the composers of our generation they want to work with, Arijit.
अरिजीत
I
सिंह।
I
या,
think I think that I think that should happen soon, hopefully. If that
ग्रेट।
happens, that'll be great. Yeah,
Yeah.
Arijit.
So
I
would
think
you, yeah,
he's
would
a
you like to
phenomenon.
now spill the beans about your next project? कौन से गाने पे आप काम कर रहे हो, and कौन सा नया गाना आने वाला है आपका?
At the moment तो एकता मैं honestly अभी break पे हूँ और
Oh,
I
lovely.
think yeah,
Even better.
मतलब मैं
Good for the mental health, yeah.
professional break पे हूँ, and there are a couple of things that we have started working on.
Yeah.
I think they'll materialize next year, first half at some point, but
Yeah.
it's super early to talk anything about it.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right. यहाँ ऑस्ट्रेलिया में बहुत सारे फ्यूचर बडिंग म्यूजिक कंपोजर्स हैं जो या तो म्यूजिक सीख रहे हैं, कहीं सिखा रहे हैं, या दे जस्ट प्रिपेयरिंग द वे, carving out a way जहां तक वो इंडस्ट्री तक पहुंच सके। एनी पीस ऑफ एडवाइस फॉर देम, किस तरह से आगे बढ़े, हाउ टू जस्ट?
I think one. I mean, I'm not in any position to give advice for sure, because then one suggestion would be to stick to learning the classical art forms, be
या,
it Hindustani, be it Western,
या,
Carnatic. I think that really helps, Ekta. I feel like once you know the basics of any sort of classical discipline, कोई एक भी अगर पकड़ के अगर चल सकते हैं, and then of course with that the exposure of the entire pop music, various genres of music. But then just that not I think it's important not to stop learning classical music throughout your life. That is one thing which can keep make you evolve as an artist after years also. Like otherwise people burn out, right? Like
Yeah,
knowledge खत्म हो जाता है after so many, and you keep creating tunes and then you're like नया क्या करना है अभी.
yeah.
So that is where classical music comes into place, I feel. So my only suggestion is, and I think as a community we should all singers, composers, they should stick to some sort of classical art form.
Yeah.
That's very important, I feel.
Yeah. And last but of course never the least, I'll obviously ask about your parents. How do they react? बहुत मेहनत उन्होंने की आपके साथ, right?
Yeah.
बहुत बहुत मेहनत की है. So कैसे अब रिएक्ट करते हैं वो जब दे सी यू इन पोस्टर्स, विकिपीडिया पे जाओ या दूसरे पेजेस पे, यू सर्च ऑन गूगल अबाउट पराग, एंड ऑब्वियसली दैट फील्स ग्रेट. हाउ डू दे रिएक्ट टू ऑल दिस?
आई थिंक सबसे जेन्युइन रिएक्शंस आपको आपके आपके पेरेंट्स या आपकी फैमिली से मिलती है ना, लाइक
Yeah.
because they are away from the whole idea of
Yeah.
industry, the
Yeah.
whole idea of everything which happens within that framework.
Yeah.
They are just looking at you as an individual who has progressed in life. So वो sense में when they are happy, you know that you can feel that genuine happiness when it comes to parents, right? They feel extremely proud, of course. They feel extremely happy, but I feel there's some sense of satisfaction that you can feel
Yeah.
when they're appreciating you.
थैंक यू सो मच पराग, बहुत बहुत मजा आया आपसे बात करके, एंड आई विश यू ऑल द गुड लक. और भी बहुत सारे धमाकेदार गाने आप कंपोज करो, एंड डू
Thank
सिंग
you, Ekta.
समटाइम्स बिकॉज गाना भी जरूरी है. यू हैव अ गुड
Ah,
वॉइस. या
yes, absolutely. We should do a duet together.
लवली, आई वुड लव टू.
Very cool.
थैंक यू सो मच, एंड अ बिग थैंक यू फ्रॉम ऑल द इंडियन ऑस्ट्रेलियंस हियर जो यहाँ पर इस
Yes.
इंटरव्यू को देखने वाले हैं.
Thank you for having me, Ekta. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.